Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Pathfinders Academy. I'm Mehul and continuing with the current affairs MCQ series for the upcoming CDS, AFCAT and IB examinations. This is the part 6. Let's begin. Before we move ahead, I would like to announce that we have launched a batch for the upcoming CAPF AC examination on Unacademy. This batch has started on 18th of January and will end on 31st of July. And in this batch, Dr. Prashant Gupta, former Assistant Commandant, Ms. Divya Gupta, former Assistant Commandant, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, ex-Indian Army and Intelligence Bureau, along with their team, will be teaching live on Unacademy. And on using the code PrashantYT10, you guys can avail a special discount of 10%. Similarly, a batch has been launched for the Intelligence Bureau ACIO examination. Again, on using the code PrashantYT10, you will get a discount of 10%. And I'm happy to announce that there's an upcoming batch for the upcoming CAPF examination. The name is Target CAPF 2021 and this batch will start from 1st of February 2021 and will go on until 31st July 2021. And using the code PrashantYT10, you can avail a special discount of 10%. So let's begin. Name the organization which published the report titled Youth and COVID-19 Impacts on Jobs, Education, Rights and Mental Well-being. The answer is International Labour Organization. United Nations International Labour Organization published the survey report titled Youth and COVID-19 Impacts on Jobs, Education, Rights and Mental Well-being, which found that 50% of young people across the world are possibly subject to anxiety or depression, and around 17% of them are already affected by it, and 38% of youth do not have a clear idea about the career or future. Nai Udan is the scheme launched by which ministry? The answer is Ministry of Minority Affairs. Government of India, Ministry of Minority Affairs is implementing the scheme Nai Udan, scheme for support to minority students for preparation of main examination, who clears prelims conducted by the Union Public Service Commission, Staff Selection Commission, State Public Service Commissions. The objective of this scheme is to provide financial support to the minority candidates clearing prelims conducted by the UPSC and other organizations. National Payments Corporation of India has launched the subsidiary NPCI International Payments Limited, the NIPL, recently. Who is the Chief Executive Officer of NIPL? The answer is Mr. Ritesh Shukla. The National Payments Corporation of India, the NPCI, has launched a wholly owned subsidiary, the NPCI International Payments Limited, to internationalize or export to foreign markets the NPCI's indigenously developed offerings and technological acumen, that is real-time payment system, unified payments interface, the UPI, and card payment network, RuPay, along with a few more offerings of NPCI. It is also responsible to co-create payment technologies with other countries. NPCI has appointed Ritesh Shukla as the Chief Executive Officer of NIPL. Which IIT signed an MOU with Bureau of Indian Standards to cooperate in standardization and conformity assessment? The answer is IIT Roorkee. Indian Institute of Technology Roorkee and Bureau of Indian Standards, the BIS, signed a memorandum of understanding for collaboration in areas of standardization and conformity assessment based on equality and reciprocity. National Research Development Corporation, the NRDC, partnered with CSIR and National Aerospace Laboratories to establish an innovation cum incubation center. Where is CSIR NAL located at? The answer is Bengaluru. The NRDC, under the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research and the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, National Aerospace Laboratories, the CSIR NAL, partnered to establish an innovation cum incubation center to promote the startup for the field of aerospace technologies. The CSIR NAL is located at Bengaluru, Karnataka. Who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in August 2020? The answer is Keith Rowley. Keith Rowley, full name Keith Christopher Rowley, sworn in as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for a second consecutive 5-year term at the President's House, following victory in general election held on 10th of August 2020. In addition to him, his new cabinet ministers were also sworn in. He is from the ruling People's National Movement. The capital of Trinidad and Tobago is Port of Spain, and the currency is Trinidad and Tobago dollar. Francisco Ausa has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Equatorial Guinea. What is the capital of Equatorial Guinea? The answer is Malabo. Francisco Pascal IB ACIO was reappointed as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea, and he was sworn in at the People's Palace in Malabo before President Theodore Obiang on 18th August 2020. The capital of Equatorial Guinea is Malabo, and the currency is Central African CAPF franc. The first ever Dash rocket was fully manufactured by a private sector company named Economic Explosives Limited, have been successfully test fired recently. The answer is Pinaka. In a major boost for Make in India, the first ever Pinaka rockets fully manufactured by a private sector company named Economic Explosives Limited have been successfully test fired by the army at a firing range in Pokhran, Rajasthan. 6 Pinaka rockets were test fired as part of the final development trials and are the first munition of its kind made by the private sector in India. These rockets have been manufactured on the lines of the transfer of technology agreement between the DRDO and private sector 5 years ago. With the entry of private sector, the single source dependency on Ordnance Factory Board will be reduced. Which dwarf planet was given ocean world status by researchers recently? The answer is Ceres. Researchers have given dwarf planet Ceres the status of ocean water. The scientists have analyzed the data collected by NASA's Dawn spacecraft and published the findings as a series of papers in the journals Nature Astronomy, Nature Communication, and Nature Geoscience. The Ceres is located in the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. Name the country which has unveiled the surface-to-surface ballistic missile Martyr Qasim Soleimani. The answer is Iran. Iran, officially the Islamic Republic of Iran, has inaugurated a locally made surface-to-surface ballistic missile called Martyr Qasim Soleimani, which has a range of 1,400 kilometers, and a new cruise missile called Martyr Abu Mahdi, which has a range of over 1,000 kilometers, have been launched. Which space agency has observed South Atlantic anomaly, a strange dent in Earth's magnetic field over South America and nearby the Atlantic Ocean? The answer is, and the answer is NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA observes the South Atlantic anomaly, a strange dent in Earth's magnetic field over South America and the nearby Atlantic Ocean, which was there for more than 10 years, is growing and splitting. This change in the magnetic field will affect the Earth. The scientists in NASA, in geomagnetic, geophysics and heliophysics research groups observe and model the SAA to monitor and predict its future changes to help with the challenges in satellite missions and human in space. Ntpc Kudgi super thermal power plant is located in which state? The answer is Karnataka. Ntpc, India's largest power generation company, would be able to reduce the transportation cost of coal to fuel to its Ntpc Kudgi super thermal power plant in Karnataka to around 200 to 500 per metric ton, thereby bringing down the cost of electricity generation. The transit time will also be reduced by 8 to 15 hours. The organization which released the report titled Elephants Not Commodities. The answer is World Animal Protection. On August 12, 2020, during the observance of World Elephant Day 2020, World Animal Protection released the third edition of the report Elephants Not Commodities, which highlighted that over 200 elephants in India are kept in severely inadequate conditions. The report comprises research spanning over a decade in elephant tourism and assessed the entertainment venues across Thailand, India, Laos, Cambodia, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Malaysia. Which is the first foreign bank to launch a green deposit program in India? And the answer is HSBC, the Hong Kong and Singapore Banking Corporation. HSBC India becomes first foreign bank to launch a green deposit program exclusively for corporate clients to finance green initiatives and eco-friendly projects like renewable energy, clean transportation and pollution prevention, among others, that promote transition to a low carbon, climate resilient and sustainable economy. This will enable companies to support environmentally beneficial projects. Name the company which partnered with National Skill Development Corporation to offer a free digital education platform for skill development. The answer is IBM. International Business Machines Corporation announced its collaboration with National Skill Development Corporation to offer a free digital education platform on emerging technologies and professional skill development, and to equip the next generation with digital skills. IBM will manage an online course from Open PTech platform and will offer it to the users through eSkill India portal of the NSCD. It should have been NSDC. Defense Ministry has approved the proposal to expand National Cadet Corps to how many border and coastal districts? The answer is 173. Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh has approved a proposal of the National Cadet Corps for a major expansion scheme in 173 border and coastal districts, where 1 lakh new cadets will be inducted and one-third of them will be girls. A total of 83 NCC units will be upgraded. Army 53, Naval 20 and Air Wing 10 to provide training to the cadets. The interceptor boat, the ICGS C-454, developed by which company, was inducted into the service of the Indian Coast Guard at Surat, Gujarat? The answer is Larsen and Toubro Limited. The 27-meter long interceptor boat, the ICGS C-454, built by Larsen and Toubro Limited, was launched into service of the Indian Coast Guard by Dr. Hiral Patel, wife of Surat District Collector Dhaval Patel, during a ceremony in Surat. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration plans to launch Psyche mission journey to a unique metal asteroid orbiting the Sun between Mars and Jupiter by which year? The answer is 2022. The NASA has been working on a spacecraft that will be sent to explore the asteroid 16 Psyche, one of the most massive asteroids in the asteroid belt. It is thought to be almost pure metal in its composition. As per the Space Agency, one of the key targets of Psyche spacecraft is to study the asteroid. NASA said that the Psyche spacecraft is targeted to launch in August 2022 and would arrive at the asteroid in early 2026. Tista river, which is in news recently, originates in which state? The answer is Sikkim. Bangladesh is likely to receive an almost $1 billion loan from China for a comprehensive management and a restoration project on the Tista River. The Tista River water conflict is one of the most contentious issues between India and Bangladesh, and the discussion comes amidst the ongoing India-China standoff in Ladakh. The Tista River is the tributary of Brahmaputra, known as Jamuna in Bangladesh, flowing through India and Bangladesh. It originates in the Himalayas near Shuntang, Sikkim, and flows to the south through West Bengal before entering Bangladesh. The ICAR, Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, is located in which city? The answer is Kochi. The ICAR, Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, Cochin, Kerala's research article published in the Current Science entitled "Can Sulfated Polysaccharides from Seaweed Provide Prophylactic and or Therapeutic Solution to the COVID-19 Pandemic?" has been organized by the WHO. Chora Church, which was in news recently, is located in which country? The answer is Turkey. After Hagia Sophia, Turkish authorities issued a new presidential decree to reconvert the Byzantine Greek Orthodox Church of the Holy Saviour in Chora into a mosque. It is a part of the historic areas of Istanbul, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Dvijing festival is celebrated annually in which state? The answer is Assam. The Dvijing festival of Chirang, organized by Assam Tourism Development Assam Tourism Department and Assam Tourism Development Corporation and Bodoland Tourism is an annual river festival celebrated on the banks of the Ai River near the Hagrama Bridge of Chirang district. It is a colorful festival and exposure of Assam's cultures where different folk and modern cultural activities meet. Other activities are ethnic trade and food festival, exhibition, games and sports, river campaign and adventure and various cultural programs to make it a center of attraction for the visitors. The festival also provides a platform of earning for the people in the region by putting focus on the business activities for the better economic generation through rural tourism. Supply Chain Resilience Initiative, the SCRI, which is in discussion recently, will have India and Japan along with which country? The answer is Australia. India, Japan and Australia have begun discussions on launching a trilateral supply chain resilience initiative to reduce dependency on China, necessitated by Beijing's aggressive political and military behavior. The initiative, first proposed by Japan, is now taking shape. Dates are being worked out to hold the first meeting in the of the Commerce Ministers. Where is the Secretariat of Association of Southeast Asian Countries, the ASEAN, located at? The answer is Jakarta, Indonesia. The ASEAN Secretariat was set up in February 1975 by the foreign ministers of ASEAN. It was then housed at the Department of Foreign Affairs of Indonesia in Jakarta. Ambi Mahotsavam 2020 is the first ever Dragonfly Festival of which state? The answer is Kerala. The first ever Kerala State Dragonfly Festival 2020, also known as Thambi Mahotsavam 2020, was launched by the Worldwide Fund for Nature (WWF), India State Unit, in collaboration with Society for Odonet Studies (DSOS) and Thumbi Puranam through a virtual ceremony from Kerala. Dr. Subramaniam K.A., scientist at Zoological Survey of India, Southern Regional Center, Chennai, addressed the inaugural session. The festival will culminate with the State Dragonfly Summit, most probably in January 2021. The official mascot of the festival is Pantalu. The official mascot of the festival is Pantalu, which is the genus of dragonfly in the family Libelulidae, commonly known as the rainbow gliders. Name the company which has launched the Anywhere School initiative to boost online education. The answer is Google. Google launched the Anywhere School initiative in more than 250 countries around the world. The initiative is expected to benefit millions of students who have switched to learning from home due to the pandemic. Which country has launched remote sensing satellite named Gaofen 905 recently? And the answer is China. China launched its fifth Gaofen 9 series satellite named Gaofen 905 along with two smaller payloads, namely Xiantao 5 and Duo Gaoning Xian Beijing through Long March 2D carrier rocket from its Jiquan Satellite Launch Center in northwest China. This launch was the 343rd mission of the Long March rocket rocket series and the 23rd for China in 2020. Gaofen 905 is an optical remote sensing satellite developed by Aerospace Dongfeng Satellite Corporation Company Limited, part of China Academy of Space Technology, a subsidiary of China Aerospace Science and Technology Corporation. The major upcoming Chinese mission in 2020 is probably in November. The Indian Coast Guard ship C449, built and designed by Mrs. Lasnan Tubro Limited, was commissioned in which city? I'm sorry. The answer is Surat. Indian Coast Guard ship C449 was commissioned in, I'm sorry, the answer was Chennai. ICGS C449 was commissioned in Chennai by Tamil Nadu Chief Secretary K. Shanmugam. The satellite is the 49th interceptor boat of the series, which was indigenously built and designed by Mrs. Lasnan Tubro, based in Hazira near Surat. It will be commanded by Assistant Commandant Ashish Sharma and will be based at Krishnapatnam under the administrative and operational control of the Commander, Coast Guard District Headquarters number 6, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. The world's highest railway arch bridge in Jammu and Kashmir's Reasi district is built across which river? The answer is Chenab River. Construction of the world's highest railway bridge being built across the Chenab River in the Reasi district is underway and is set to be completed by January 2021. Government of India has signed a $500 million loan agreement with which bank to improve quality and safety of Mumbai's suburban railway system? The answer is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. A loan agreement was inked between the Government of India, the Government of Maharashtra, Mumbai Railway Vikas Corporation and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank for Mumbai Urban Transport Project 3. The agreement aims to improve the network capacity, reduction in journey time and fatal accidents of commuters, service quality and safety of the suburban railway system in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The total estimated cost of the project is $997 million, of which $500 million will be financed by the AIIB, $310 million by the Government of Maharashtra and $187 million by the Ministry of Railways. The loan from the AIIB has a 5-year grace period and maturity of 30 years. Which is the first bank in India to use satellite data to access credit worthiness of farmers? The answer is ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank uses satellite data, that is imagery from Earth observation satellites, to assess creditworthiness of farmers. ICICI Bank has become the first bank in India to use such a technique to measure an array of parameters related to the land, irrigation and crop patterns and use it in combination with demographic and financial parameters to make quick lending decisions for farmers. Which company has partnered with Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Program to support women entrepreneurs in India? The answer is Tech Mahindra. Information Technology Services Major Tech Mahindra joined hands with Niti Aayog's Women Entrepreneurship Program to support India's women entrepreneurs. In this regard, Tech Mahindra has partnered with the winners of Women Transforming India Awards to provide mentorship. WTR Awards is an initiative of the WEP to recognize women leaders in entrepreneurship across various sectors like healthcare and life sciences, agri-tech and education, among others. Multi-Commodity Exchange of India, the MCX, has launched India's first real-time bullion index named MCX iComDex Bullion or BullDex. Where is the headquarters of MCX located at? The answer is Mumbai. Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited, the MCX, India's first listed national level electronic exchange, launched futures trading on the country's first tradable real-time bullion index, MCX iComDex Bullion, also known as BullDex. The index will track the real-time performance of gold and silver futures contracts, the flagship future products of the exchange. Multiple Commodity Exchange of India Limited's headquarters is in Mumbai. Renew Power has collaborated with which organization to increase access to clean energy? The answer is United Nations Environment Programme, the UNEP. Renew Power and the United Nations Environment Programme have signed a partnership agreement to promote increased access to renewable energy and improved energy efficiency. This memorandum of understanding is a part of progressive strategies that India has adopted to realize its nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement. Name the mobile app which was launched by the Indian Air Force. The answer is MyIAF. Indian Air Force Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Rakesh Kumar Singh Bhadauria launched the mobile application MyIAF to provide career related information and details in IAF to the aspirants. The application was launched as a part of the Digital India initiative. It was developed in association with the Center for Development and Advanced Computing, the CDAC. Where is the headquarters of Indian Energy Exchange located at? The answer is New Delhi. The headquarters of Indian Energy Exchange is located at New Delhi. The organization which organized the virtual Indo-Japan Business Forum in August 2020. The answer is Indian Chamber of Commerce. Karnataka Chief Minister Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa addressed a virtual Indo-Japan Business Forum organized by the Indian Chamber of Commerce. The Chief Minister also signed a Japan-India Startup Initiative to promote startups in the state. The government of Karnataka has set up a 519 acres Japanese industrial township at Vasantanara Vasantanarasupara near Tumakuru to enable more Japanese investments in the state. Odisha's Industry Minister Shri D.S. Mishra participated in the event. He announced that the state had attracted investors from Japan. The state government offered 3.53 square kilometers industry ready land near Bhubaneswar. Which organization has decided to dissolve the Banking Codes and Standards Board of India, the BCSBI? The answer is Reserve Bank of India. The RBI has decided to dissolve Banking Codes and Standards Board of India, which was set up in February 2006 as an independent and autonomous body for formulating codes of conduct to be adopted by banks voluntarily for ensuring fair treatment of customers. BCSBI, in collaboration with the Indian Banks Association, has evolved two codes: Code of Banks Commitment to the Customers and the Code of Banks Commitment to the Micro and Small Enterprises. The nodal department of BCSBI is CEPD, the Consumer Education and Protection Department. Which edition of India-Vietnam Joint Commission meeting was recently held? The answer is 17th edition. The 17th meeting of India-Vietnam Joint Commission on Trade, Economic, Scientific and Technological Cooperation was held virtually, which was co-chaired by India's External Affairs Minister Mr. Subramaniam Jaishankar and his Vietnamese counterpart Ham Bin Min. The focus of the meeting was to review the recent developments in India-Vietnam Comprehensive Strategic Partnership and to put forth measures and orientations for cooperation in the new period towards the 50th anniversary of bilateral diplomatic ties. India-Vietnam signed the following memoranda of understandings. First, cooperation between Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service, New Delhi and Diplomatic Academy of Vietnam, Hanoi. MOU between National Maritime Foundation, New Delhi and Scientific Research Institute of Sea and Islands, Hanoi. Silaru River originates in which state? The answer is Andhra Pradesh. A rare fish called mahasir, scientific name tor, was sighted and fished out from the upper part of Silaru River by a team of researchers from the Department of Zoology, Andhra University. This fish is listed under the endangered category by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the IUCN. Mahasir, as commonly called, is normally found in the Himalayan region in the rivers running through the cooler climes of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Nepal and Bhutan. It is rare to find it in this part of the country. As per Professor D.E. Babu, whose team spotted the fish, Silaru River is a tributary of Sabri River. It originates in Andhra Pradesh and also flows through Odisha before merging with Sabri River. Bhashan Char is the island located in which country? The answer is Bangladesh. The Bangladesh government has begun the relocation of Rohingya refugees to the newly built facility in Bhashan Char Island after the monsoon season. The move is aimed at giving the refugee community from Myanmar a better place for living. Bhashan Char, also known as Charpia, is an island in Sandweep Upazila, Bangladesh. Kaiga Atomic Power Plant is located in which state? The answer is Karnataka. The Kaiga Atomic Power Plant is located in Uttara Kannada district of Karnataka. It is operated by state-run Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, the MPCIL. Kalesar National Park is located in which state? The answer is Haryana. Kalesar National Park and adjacent Kalesar Wildlife Sanctuary are protected areas in Yamunanagar district of Haryana state in India, 122 kilometers from Chandigarh. What is the capital of Vietnam? The answer is Hanoi. The capital and currency of Vietnam are Hanoi and Vietnamese Dong respectively. National E-Governance Division, the NEGD, signed MOU with CSC E-Governance Services India to facilitate which apps services to the citizens through common service centers? The answer is Umang. National E-Governance Division, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has signed a MOU with Common Service Center E-Governance Services India Limited to facilitate delivery of Umang, that is Unified Mobile Application for New Age Governance app services to citizens through the network of 3.75 lakh CSCs. Who has bagged the 2020 Youngest Booker Prize Award? Who has bagged 2020 International Booker Prize for the book The Discomfort of Evening? Youngest author to receive the award. The answer is Marek Lucas Geneveld. Dutch author Marek Lucas Geneveld won the 2020 International Booker Prize for the literary fiction book The Discomfort of Evening. Geneveld became the youngest author to win the prize at the age of 29. The book was first published in Dutch in 2018 and eventually translated into English by Michelle Hutchinson. The International Booker Prize is separate from the main Booker Prize. Who represented India in 5th BRICS industry ministers meeting, which was recently conducted? The answer is Som Prakash. Mr. Som Prakash, Union Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, represented India and addressed the 5th BRICS industry ministers meeting held through virtual conference. In the meeting, they discussed the ways to enhance cooperation in areas like 5G, artificial intelligence, and industrial internet among BRICS countries. The meeting adopted a joint declaration to commence the implementation of the BRICS partnership on new industrial revolution. Who released a book titled National Security, Young Scholars' Perspective? The answer is General Manoj Mukund Naravane. General Naravane, Chief of Army Staff, released a book titled National Security Challenges, Young Scholars' Perspective, authored by university students ranging from the undergraduate level to doctoral candidates. The book contains various themes pertaining to the national security. It aims to develop strategic thinking among the youth of this country. The book was published by Center for Land Warfare Studies, CLAWS, the Army think tank. The book is a tribute to Field Marshal Manekshaw, the strategist of 1971 Indo-Pakistan War that resulted in the liberation of Bangladesh. Name the app which was launched by Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh for NCC training. The answer is DGNCC. Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh launched Directorate General National Cadet Corps, a mobile training app which will help in conducting a countrywide online training for the National Cadet Corps. The 6th anniversary of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was observed on August 28, 2020. The PMJDY is operated by which Department of Finance Ministry? The answer is Department of Financial Services. The 6th anniversary of PMJDY was observed, which was launched on August 28, 2014. On this occasion, Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, reiterated the importance of this biggest financial inclusion initiative in the world. It has been the foundation stone for the Indian government's people-centric economic initiatives. Which team has won the Union of European Football Associations, also known as UEFA Champions League 2019-2020? The answer is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich also known as FT Bayern München, a German football club, won the 6th championship of the Union of European Football Associations Champions League 2019-2020. Bayern Munich became the champions of Europe by defeating the first-time finalists Paris Saint-Germain by 1-0 at the finals held in Stadio da Luz, Lisbon, Portugal. And bringing the end to this session, I would like to remind you all that we have launched a batch on Unacademy for the upcoming CAPF examination. The batch has started from 18th January and will end on 31st of July. Similarly, a batch has been launched for the IB ACIO examination, which started way back on 7th January. And on using the code Prashant YT10, you can avail a special discount of 10%. Also, I am happy to announce an upcoming batch for the CAPF examination. The name is Target CAPF 2021. It will be a complete course for the CAPF exam paper, both paper 1 and paper 2. In this, Dr. Prashant Jagtap, former Assistant Commandant, along with Ms. Divya Gupta, former Assistant Commandant, and Mr. Sanjay Kumar, former Indian Army and ex-IB ACIO, along with their team, will be conducting lectures live on Unacademy. The batch will start from 1st of February and will end on 31st of July 2021. And on using the code Prashant YT10, you can avail a special discount of 10%. So please hurry. Thank you. See you in the next session.